Man, this is going to sound bad.
We'll.
It is what it is, I guess. You're responsible for your mental health, first and foremost.
You are. Yeah, absolutely.
You are not responsible for my mental health.
No.
If I am having a problem, the first motherfucker that should ask for help is me.
Absolutely.
Right, but most people won't. So it is up to other people, especially if there's a child involved, to help protect that child.
Well, and the other thing, too, is, Chris, like, if you're...
Oh, we got to pause again.
Gone?
We are now.
Okay, so, like, well, absolutely, you're right in that your mental health is your primary responsibility.
Yep.
But everybody is part of a community, or we hope. And
well, and especially if it's people you care about personally.
Right,
you should,
and especially when there's a child, like, you're grown and your baby's a grown baby. So if you do something reckless, chances are it's only going to take you out. But if you're behaving recklessly when you're in charge of a child, there's a lot at stake, and I think you have to be willing to step in there.
Well, and the other thing too is, like, if you're in the depths of some sort of mental situation, it's a lot like being in the depths of drug abuse.
Yeah, you
don't know there's a problem. You don't know there's an issue.
And even if you
really
do know, you may not have the wherewithal to, somebody may have to step in order for there to be any sort of...
Or you don't want to accept that there's a problem.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know if somebody doing something could have stopped this. I know I was reading an article where apparently she was no longer with the baby's father. And he was like, I had a bad feeling about my kids,
but not bad enough to say anything.
Not bad enough to, like, act on it. One of those things, shit. Like, and he's like, if I'd have acted on it, maybe if I'd have, that.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like, so yeah, like, you have to be like, especially in a situation.
But a lot of times, too many times, the father, especially if they were never married.
Right, and I don't think they were.
The father has to not only prove, but prove beyond a shadow of a doubt,
right,
that the mother is not a good parent, and sometimes even then it's not good enough. Yeah,
because our system definitely favors the mother as far as children.
Yeah. And it's just so, and it's another one of those situations where everybody's like coming out like, oh my God, I'd have taken that baby. Well, you don't have any foster kids. I mean, it's easy to say that. And, I don't know. It's been a rough week. There's been a lot of really heavy stuff in the news, and that was hard. That was really hard. And God bless that baby. That's all I need to say.
Well, here's my thought for 2021. Because this year...
God, don't dare it,
No.
please.
This year has been such a shit show that I say in 2021, if someone starts acting a fool, we just put them down and be done with it. One less idiot on the fucking... out in public.
I swear to God, this year has just been brutal.
I'm serious. It doesn't matter. Throw your kid out the window, bullet in the head. Done.
I'm ready to be done with it.
Going and setting wildfires in Oregon. Whatever.
We were talking to Dylan and Sia, and they are housebound right now because the air quality is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
We got
from the wildfires.
Well, we got smoke from the wildfires here.
I saw that.
It yesterday? It was real hazy. Day before it was real hazy. I mean, and that's what 3,500 miles away, something like that. 2,500, I think.
They're saying, like, they live in Victoria, which is British Columbia. It's like a ferry ride from Seattle, and they're saying that they're telling people, even if you are socially distanced, if you're outside, you need to be wearing at least one layer of mask just to safely get rid of the
Well,
stuff in
and
the
the
air.
fucking idiot that. All right, so they caught the guy that set the fires, and they let him go.
Well,
and
that was the guy
in
The fire
Oregon.
marshal.
Oregon, yeah.
They I don't know if he's a fire marshal, but
One of them was.
they let him go, and when he left, he set 6 more fires.
No.
Swear to
Yep.
God, they caught him and let him
What,
go.
he like bonded out or something?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But here's the thing: you're talking about felony arson. Some may even be able to put it down for domestic terrorism.
Well, and there've been deaths, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so
not
now-
just property damage.
Yeah, so now counts of murder, and they just fucking let him go, and he started 6 more.
Jesus.
And again,
Christ.
that needs to be up for judicial review, because you can retroactively change that. And whoever let him bond out, they should be charged as an accomplice. See, I'm a firm believer in that too. If you are a judge or a DA, especially if you're a DA, and somebody commits a felony, and you let them out, and they go and commit another crime, you ought to be charged as an accessory to that crime. Because that's the only way this dumb shit's going to stop, is if the motherfuckers who are in charge are starting to be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
But that'll never
Yeah.
fucking happen.
No.
So,
That's a
because God forbid we hold people accountable for their own actions. Holy fuck.
well,
You know?
even if we try to, there's always going to be that one person. And now you don't know what they were going through.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I get sick of those people.
Yeah, me
Those
too.
people, I think, could
those
make
people-
excuses for anything.
Those
Yeah.
people are the ones that will come up with this elaborate bullshit story. What if this?
What
and what
if,
if that?
what if?
You can what if all fucking
what?
day.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. Here are the facts with this particular guy. He threw a Molotov cocktail and started a fucking wildfire. He got arrested. They let him go. He started 6 more. Now people are dead and billions of dollars in property damage.
Homes are lost. Think of
Uh-huh.
think of like the wildlife and the flora and the fauna, you
Yep.
know, like, oh my God. Just
Yeah, so-
literally will take decades to come back.
Oh, if not longer, yeah.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. Anything else that was happening in his life does not fucking matter. Not even a little.
There's no excuse for that.
He lost his job and he was tired of being, quarantined, and he didn't like the president or whatever bullshit excuse they can come up with. It's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
And the
it's
people
not
that-
okay to do those things. And
No, and the people that are making these ridiculous, reckless decisions to let these assholes go with no charges, or I don't know if they charged him and he bonded out. It was one of the two, though. And they need to start being held accountable for their actions too, because the 6 fires that he started, that fucking judge or DA one should be held as an accomplice to those.
well, and here's the thing: like everybody's under some sort of duress.
Yeah.
everybody's under stress. I mean, so if we really want to go there, nobody's ever responsible for anything, and that's just a bunch of shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and the idea that my life circumstances somehow make me not responsible for the decisions that I make. That's number one, it's bullshit. Number two, that is a very reckless thing to teach kids. And we have a whole generation of motherfuckers who got taught that, and you see how that turned out. So,
Yep.
This was posted 3 days ago.
okay.
Black Lives Matter, blocking fucking highways again. This time it was westbound I-90 near Seattle.
Is that the one where they climbed on the cop car and he gunned it?
I don't know, but this is in a tunnel, and they're inside
yeah, no, that's not the one I
the
saw.
end of the tunnel. And it's not just them blocking the roads. They have their cars turned diagonally, blocking all the lanes with
Oh,
their
wow.
doors open.
And where
so
are
they've
the
got all
police?
these
Everything they
cars
can to.
trapped in the tunnel, nowhere to go. They can't go around them.
What if there's an emergency?
They don't care. Just like here in Little Rock, they were shouting, "Let them die."
No, that wasn't here. That was in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Or like,
Or Glenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the police shooting.
Well, you know what? That's how those motherfuckers get ran over. Because if there's an emergency, fuck every single one of them and their cars. I'm going to keep on going.
yeah, and then
And we're just peacefully protesting. No, you are blocking through traffic and putting lives in
and
danger.
then you're on
So
everyone's hate list.
give a
and
fuck. They
they're
can all
just
suck
the
my
peaceful
ass.
protesters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so are the assholes starting all the fires.
peaceful protesters don't do things that
No.
intentionally can cause harm to other people. and blocking roadways.
Blocking ER entrances.
Yeah, that's
if I was the ambulance driver and I saw those assholes blocking the ER entrance, I'd have been like, I'm glad we're at the ER because you're going to need it because I'm not going to fucking stop. You know, I don't know.
This was posted the 16th in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It said 2 more cars in Fayetteville were torched overnight after 7 were lit on fire early Tuesday morning.
It's one neighborhood. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like an apartment complex.
So it's not like in at a bar or
no, it's like on one street around an apartment complex.
And they don't have any idea who, what, when, where?
Not when this was posted, no.
Huh.
No, I'm not sure what's going on there.
That's crazy.
But there's some asshole that will say, oh, well, whoever, guy, girl, what I'm assuming is probably a guy, you know, oh, they were having a hard time, so they needed to vent their frustration.
Oh, fuck you.
There are a million different ways you can vent your frustration.
Out like everybody else.
Or buy a punching bag. Or go for a run, or lift some weights, or do some fucking yoga, but you don't get to destroy motherfuckers. I heard this, and this is the dumbest bullshit I've ever heard.
Oh, now that's saying something.
Yeah. This idea, we built it, we can burn it down.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't built shit.
Yeah, you didn't.
What now?
So
they're saying since their ancestors built this country, they're allowed to burn it down.
Yeah, that's not how that works at all.
Okay. Unless,
did you hear my eyes
roll?
Unless you built something for yourself without
on your property
on property
that you
you're
still going to get in trouble.
That you do not owe any money to anybody for. Then
you own free and clear.
And you want to burn that down, you go ahead. But if somebody compelled you, no matter how that compulsion was, money, leverage, whatever, to build something for somebody else, you don't own that, and no, you cannot burn it the fuck down, you fucking moron. I'm so tired of all of this ridiculous bullshit that just, for some reason, nobody wants to call people out on. Oh, well, they're just insert excuse here. No.
I think people are afraid to be called racist or sexist.
People are afraid to speak because you do have these people that, you know, just like the lady throwing the baby out. I mean, come on, that's some mental fucking gymnastics if you can defend this bitch. Mm-hmm. But yet, check out THV's page or any other station's page. And,
is that where the people are defending them?
Yeah. And that's why I was just like, oh, I can't read that anymore.
I'm not going to read that.
And it's just like, wow. So, by that token, if they'll defend that, which seems pretty indefensible to me, there's really no limit. And it's like, you know, I don't think we should have to say that slavery was terrible. I feel like we all acknowledge
it was bad.
It was real bad.
And it was bad when every other country did it too.
It's bad when
because we're not the only ones.
Every country, every race, everybody's had slavery.
And it was terrible. It should have never happened. But it was the way of the world at the time. We didn't cause it.
There's still a pretty substantial slave trade in northern Africa right now.
You know, but at the time, you know, like it bothers me when modern standards are applied to things that happened in the past because the world was different and we know better now, and so we do better. And it's like, you know, that frustrates me that we built it so well. No, you didn't. First of all, you didn't build it. Your ancestors built it.
May or may not have.
Well, and I'm sure my ancestors built it too. Probably yours too, because there were, you know, Italian immigrants, Irish immigrants from all over, Scottish that, you know, were enslaved, indentured servitude.
The Chinese people basically built the railroad.
Yeah. So
and most of the West Coast.
Yeah, that was built by lots of.
But it doesn't matter because the idiots that are saying this, think they built this whole fucking country and they can burn this whole fucking country down if they want.
And I would give anything if I could go back and make those awful things not have happened, but I can't, and neither can anybody else. And we just have to say that was wrong and it can never happen again, but we can't live there anymore.